Hey again. So, what I've decided to work on now are inkwells. And this is not the size things that I normally like to work on, but that's okay. We all need to stretch our capabilities. So we're going to start off with these that are just little pot shapes, and they are 1 3/4 inches tall and 2 inches in diameter. But we need to make them larger than 2 inches in diameter because we lose a little bit. So what I'm doing here is using, this is a caliper tool, and it's kind of nifty because this distance here is the same as this distance at this end. So this is for measuring the outside of things, and this is the measuring the inside. So if I wanted to make a lid to fit this mug, I would measure the inside, and I'm getting clay in my coffee, not the first time that'll happen, here, and I could use this measurement as the measurement for the flange that would fit down inside of that mug. But what we're doing now, we need to have things that are like 1 inch to 1/4 inches. So that'll shrink down to being the right size. Right now, the outside of this is right about that dimension. And I've never made these, I haven't practiced at them, so we're either going to see like incredible failure or some really interesting success. I've already got this. Oh, and this is a process called throwing off the hump. It's good for small things because it's awfully difficult to get one's hands around to center like this little bit of clay. So what I've done is created a little knob of clay here, but that's too much clay because we're already at pretty much full width and, reasonably speaking, the right height. All right, let's bring this down a bit. So you're here for the creative process, and I'm sorry if it's boring. There's nobody else in the studio, and I get lonely. So here's our knob of clay that we're going to work with. I'm going to put a hole down the center. And then we're going to throw this out. Bring it up a little bit. We're making a little pot. Let's see. Can I bring this closer? And yes, I know, Kirsten, I should set this up beforehand. So, because what we want, going back to our design, is just a little, just like a little baby cookie pot. We use the metal rib. This is getting more and more out of shape. Up and a hole. All right. This failure. Let's try this again. I'm not sure I should have done this live at all. I should have made a couple and then come on and tried it out successfully. Okay. So we're reforming that little ball of clay. Put our hole down the middle. And this is part of the reason why I like working with larger bits of clay. They're more forgiving in my mind. And I'm practiced at them. Ooh, this one? Actually, it's coming along kind of nicely, isn't it? We're right at the right size. And we want to have a flat top that has a little bit of a lip to it. You know, again, just like a little cooking pot. It'd be fun to put little handles on there too, but they don't exist. And you know, well, you all saw, I can make a cooking pot in about the same amount of time. So I'm bringing in the bottom so I can cut it off. It's kind of cute. The other thing to be careful is to not cut through the bottom. So there we have it. We have a nice little inkwell. I'll have to clean up the bottom a bit. So that's our 13th, 14th century, or 14th, 15th century inkwell. Let's make one more of those, and then we'll try to do one of the Tudor inkwells. It's kind of cute, isn't it? And with the cork in the top of that, you know, wouldn't those of you that do calligraphy, wouldn't that be cool to have around? And if you're wondering, these will be ready in North Shield at Lupercalia and otherwise at Gulf Wars. That is okay. You know, I shouldn't be surprised when I'm really happy with how things turn out. But you know, that's a cute little inkwell. Nice round top with a base. Okay. Now, this one is basically one of those that's on a pedestal. So, which I think will also look really, really rather nice. Oops. So, we're gonna bring this up a little bit more. All right. So here we got our little knob for the inkwell. So is everyone having a wonderful day? Here in Minneapolis, we're sitting at like -15. And in my mind, that's rather insane. I would just as soon be just at home, but I braved the weather and came across the street to the Clay Center. And I'm sure you can hear the heater in the background. It's really very nice and warm here. Okay. So, there's our inkwell. So now let's figure out how to get a stem on this. So, here again, practicing things before I go live where everybody else can watch would be a good thing. Hey Lynn, how is Chicagoland? There we go. Dun dun dun. Round. Nice little foot. Tutoring quill. Let's try one more of those. That's kind of fun. I'm also feeling a little bit like Bob Ross. So, here we go again. Oh, and for those who have just joined, what we're doing is creating Tutor Inkwell. So we're going to drop the hole. Throw the little cooking pot. Interesting how everything, becomes a cooking pot. Okay. Now, work on getting that pedestal in here. I have to agree that these Tudor ones are really kind of cool. And it gives me a reason to have to go to Axeman to go and find corks. Okay. So now we're defining the foot. They also sort of look like little brandy snifters, which on a cold day doesn't sound like all that bad of an idea. And I'm using this cutting tool and there we have another very nice little Tudor inkwell. Oh, I'm back. The wireless messed up here. So now I'm going to make a wear board full of these, and we'll be back. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I think they are too. I don't know if I'll be back later on today or not. Nothing else is really all that exciting. Although the little cruets are kind of cool. But we'll see. Have a great afternoon. And if any of you find things that you'd like me to make, if you send me pictures of and the museum that they come from, we can do them on camera as well. Have a great day.